Hello, gamers. In my last video, I got a question asking about the best mining routes for every single pickaxe tier. So, that's what I'm going to do today. I did have another video planned for this week, but wait to the end of the video if you want to see what happened to that. But in this week, I'm going to be making the ultimate mining guide to get all the way to mining 100 and get every single pickaxe. So before we start this video, I recommend a few things if you really want to progress mining well. Number one is that you download the RoPro extension. The RoPro extension is just a great way of switching between servers really quickly, and you're going to be switching between servers a lot if you want to be efficient. Another thing is recognizing that if you say want to get rid of a pickaxe, say I don't like this tier 9 anymore, I don't like it clogging up my inventory, and I were to delete it, it would go all the way back into my skill tree, and I can just claim it once again. The only pickaxe that doesn't work is the what's it called, the tier 0 pickaxe. I just realized the mining tier of tier 1 and tier 0 both have a mining level of 1. I just noticed that. That is interesting. Okay. That's something I didn't notice before. So I'm going to be showcasing the best mining routes to get, well, EXP and money, but mainly for the first like 4 or 5 tiers, you're mainly going to be focusing on grinding EXP because the money is not that great when it starts out. So like until you get to like level 30, which shouldn't be that bad. Hold up. So this is an EXP chart that I downloaded from the TheWildWest Discord server. To level 30, it only requires this much XP in total, 276,000. So not that bad. As you can see, all the way to max, it's gonna be a hell of a grind. But you only need to get to tier 70 to get the tier 9 pickaxe, which is only 2 million EXP. So not that bad. Another comment in my last video told me that if I were to turn shadows off, I saw it, off for better FPS, there we go. If you turn shadows off, well, all these, the game becomes a lot better to see. So you don't really need a mining helmet. Thank you to whoever commented that. As you can see, if I have, let's see, shadows on, very dark, shadows off, pretty light. So if you don't want to carry a lantern, or you don't want to switch you don't want to get, say, the mining helmet at level 45 mining, if you don't like wearing it, you could just turn your shadows off and boom, you can now see in the mines. Also, another thing, you should probably invest in membership if you plan on grinding, because this makes it a lot easier. If you have a trade ticket, trade for it. Obviously, it only costs, I'm pretty sure I've seen people sell it for like 30k or less in the Discord server and in game. So you could just buy with Robux, or you can just trade for it. I recommend trading for it because frick spending Robux, but you know, do it suits you best. So I say, with shadows off and our information now well established, let's start the mining process. And firstly, you're going to want to start in Copper Gulch, because this is where all the noobs start. Because tier 0 and tier 1 basically have the same mining power, you're only able to mine coal and copper. You're going to want to mine all these coals and coppers. You can't really mine these big ones yet. These require tier 7s. You're going to mine that copper, this copper, that coal, copper, 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 coal, coal, over there, coal. You may only want to focus coppers if you can, because coppers give more XP, but don't skimp out on the coal. The coal is still free EXP. Another copper here, and there should be more on top. There's another coal, and there's another coal outside. There's 2 coals outside here, 1 here and 1 here, and 2 more coals over here. I'd recommend at low levels just focusing on getting EXP, because the money is not that great, but until you can start mining gold. If you still want the money because, you know, you're poor, you can hop on a horse, probably a mule, because if you're poor you only have a mule. But if you have a quick enough horse, you can make your way to Bronze City and quickly sell. And I would recommend switching servers, because this takes a while to reload. So that was the strategy for tier 1 and tier 2. Now, I mean tier 0 and tier 1, not tier 2. Tier 2 is now. And tier 2 pickaxes, you can now mine zinc. So the best places to start mining zinc is, well, not really here. The bear tribe, the tribal forest cave, tribal forest bear cave underneath the tribal camp, as you can see on the map. We're in here, the entrance is right from there. And if you have shadows off, it looks a lot nicer. Thank you, commenter, whoever commented that. So you can mine zinc right there. There's 1 zinc. There's an iron. You can't get iron yet, sadly. You'll get iron when it gets to tier 3. You get another zinc right there. 3rd zinc. You fall down here. 4th zinc over there, 5th zinc over there, and then you could take a horse around, or you can go back up. Because honestly, going up this way for the extra zinc is probably better. You probably want to come up here this way for the zinc. You could go the other way if you really know the other way or back there, but I think this way might be a little quicker. I haven't really tested. I kind of blitzed getting these early levels done because they're not difficult at all. There's 1 zinc here. There's another zinc right by this gold that's usually there. Obviously, if you see a bear and you're like mining close to a bear, you're gonna want to kill the bear. And I'm pretty sure this one's a zinc, so you can get mine this zinc as well. So tribal forest is a great place to mine zinc. So I'd recommend coming to tribal forest, mining a ton of zinc, and probably switching servers. So now you've progressed to tier 3, and tier 3 allows you to start mining iron. Now, the place to mine iron is, well, still at the tribal forest when I can spawn there. So now that you're tier 3, you can come back into tribal forest and start mining iron. There is... Where's the iron deposit? I swore it was over here. I'm pretty sure... Is this a zinc deposit or an iron deposit? I can't remember. This is an iron deposit. So you got 1 iron deposit there. You got 2 more iron deposits right here. You can fall down to the water. You got an iron deposit over there, an iron deposit over here, like that one right there, I think. And an iron deposit right here. That one's a gold. This is an iron. And there should be a few more iron deposits back here. So you come over here. This is an iron deposit. You can come over here. This is an iron deposit. That's a gold deposit. And this is a bear. With a bear, obviously, I recommend the mule shotgun. You can use really any gun you think is good enough. But the mule, in my opinion, just gets the job done really well. That's why I like using the mule a lot. Another thing I would like to say is make sure to mine as much zinc as you possibly can. Like, fill up your inventory once you mine all the iron. You know, just to get the extra XP, because why not? You're already there. Now comes tier 4. Now tier 4, this is when the money starts coming in. Kinda. Because now you can mine silver. And oh boy, is silver valuable. So I'm at tribal, so I'm going to show you the tribal way first, because there's a lot of silver here. You come up here, there's 1 silver node right here. Another one right here. There is 2 more right here next to this big copper deposit. This one and this one. They're empty because I'm in a public server. Thank you, people. Everyone's mining these days. You get 2 more down here. You can't mine the big one yet. You gotta wait until you're tier 8 to get those. You can come into the cave. There should be, and there's 2 more silvers in here. I would also recommend picking up the iron as well, because iron is still pretty good EXP. If you need to fill your inventory, mine the lower level stuff. If you need to just fill up your inventory with whatever goods, just mine it. So these 2 are silvers, but you know, someone's already mined them. And that's all really the silver in tribal. So the second place you want to mine is at the water cave. Obviously the quickest way to get there would be through bronze, but I didn't reset because I'm an idiot. So we're gonna go over here with the horse. Now, there's a few ways you can enter this place. You can either enter through the drop right there with the rope, or if you don't want to take a bunch of fall damage, there's another way. Also, there is silver on top of this hill. There's 1 silver right here, a silver right up here, 2 zincs. Might want to mine those for extra EXP. Another silver, and 2 more zincs right over here for extra EXP. Now, to show the other entrance, which is I guess the back entrance. You can come down here. There'll be gold right there, but we're not interested in gold because we're only tier 4 right now. There's a silver right here. And then you can swim through. And I just got bitten by Gerald. So there's another silver right here. You can mine that silver. You can come up here. There's a silver right there. There's another silver. Jump across. That one's gold. And you can mine this silver. Next, you can come through down through the water. You can come through here. Come up this rope. There's a silver right here. Someone's already mined it. And there's a silver right there. This, if you don't know, this area is actually connected to that little water place we just swam through. So that's the little water place we were at if you just want to go up here. And this rope leads to the outside world from right where the rope entrance is. This entrance takes a lot of fall damage, that's why I don't really recommend it, unless you want to like climb all the way down, which is extremely slow for whatever reason. And then you can head all the way to bronze to sell your loot. So now that we're done with tier 4, we're moving on to tier 5. Tier 5 means you can now finally mine gold. I'm going to start this one at the same place, back here at the water cavern. Obviously, you're going to still want to mine silver and also fill up on zinc if you have space, zinc and iron if you need space to fill up your thing. Mine all this, mine that zincs, mine these irons, copper, silvers I mean. There's a auto miner, because, wait. Come over here, auto miner. Where the fuck are you? Come on. Come over. Get over here, boy. Get over here. Get over here. Get back here. My gosh. It would have been a good you see, now would be a good time to have not a shotgun. This would be a great time to not. Please, 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 please. He's so close. He's so close to being dead. Oh, screw yourself, auto miner. Sorry for the short detour. But hey, if you're still watching, might as well like and subscribe, am I right? Come on. We're like basically halfway through the video. Probably more than halfway through the video, honestly, so I definitely recommend it. You're clearly enjoying the content. And if you want to see more ways of leveling up every skill, I would definitely recommend liking and subscribing, and turning on the notification to be notified when I do that. Well, now that I have my tier 5 pickaxe, the best method for this is to start mining gold. Gold and silver and just anything else that fills up your inventory. Just like the same for all lower level tiers. Just do what it takes to get as much EXP as possible. Because money will start coming once you get to, you know... Well, actually, tier 5 is pretty good for money. So you can mine, obviously, these zincs for extra inventory space. These zincs and silvers and all that stuff. And you get that last silver down there. And then you can come into the cave, or you can come to the cave first and get those last, your choice. And you can finally mine this gold. If by coming over here, you can jump up, or you can do the parkour, whatever one you choose. Jump over here, and you can mine this gold. You can't mine this yet, you need tier 9, but you can then roll down and mine this silver. If you come over here and you swim up in this little crevice, you gain access to this chunk of gold, and with just chunk. And if you get up correctly, you can mine it. So that's pretty nice. So then you come over here, you mine this piece of iron. I mean silver. I'm sorry about that. You mine this piece of silver. You know, same as tier 4. Really, once you really get to tier 4, the methods start looking the same. Man, you mine that. You mine this piece of gold. You come up here. You mine this piece of gold. You mine this piece of iron. I mean silver. Jesus, I keep mixing those up. Swim down here. Then you can get this piece of gold. And this silver, that would be a silver if it wasn't already mined. I should honestly be doing this in a private server, but I'm too lazy. So you can get this last piece of silver, and you're effectively done with... effectively done. You can go and sell all the way back at bronze, which isn't that far away. And then you want to come back to the reservation at the cave. So first things first, you're going to want to come over this way by the fort, you know, same route. And you're going to want to mine this silver, you know. This silver, just like the silver route. You're going to really mine all these same silvers, so this one as well. You know, the 2 over here, which I'm just going to get over there. These 2 right here, and then you're going to mine those 2 down there by falling off that ledge at not the rock, but at the lower ledge, going slow so you don't die. Your horse doesn't give up. You mine this silver, and you can come over here, and you can jump and make it. Oh, hey, auto miner. And you're gonna want to come down here into the bear cave, into like the bear descent. You can drop down, come down here, jump up, get the bear's attention. You're gonna want to kill the bear before you start mining. And you're gonna do 1, 2, it is dead! Yay! So then you can mine this and that, and you get the idea. It's And you pick up the loot, bear loot. You could probably avoid picking up the meat of the bear because the meat of the bears only sells for 40 and it sells for 60 if you want to cook it. But cooking is a waste of time because you're mining and you're gonna leave the server anyways after basically every single one of these runs, so you can keep mining quicker. You're gonna want to get these silvers which aren't respawned yet. There's a gold. You're gonna jump down here. You're gonna get this gold. This is a gold right here. This is an iron. You're probably going to want to mine it because you're going to need inventory space. You're going to need to fill up that inventory one way or another. So another gold, another iron. If you just need to mine it for inventory space. more iron, another piece of gold right here. Come over here. You can scoot on by. That's zinc. You don't really need to mine if you don't have to. Another piece of gold right here. And the final piece of gold is right back here. And once you do this, you can go all the way to Silver Town, which isn't that far away. And you go sell in, well, sell in James Co. Supply. You come in here, you sell, boom, boom, boom. You get plenty of money. Well, now you're at Tier 6. Tier 6 allows you to mine quartz. The thing about quartz is, it gives, I'm pretty sure, the same amount of EXP as limestone that I've checked, and I think it takes a similar amount of time to mine. It's not really worth it. I just stick to the silver and gold method I just showed you for tiers 5. And the same goes for tier 7 pickaxes. Even though you can obviously start like mining like the bigger nodes, they're not really that good at mining. They're not really good for EXP. I mean, what they do is they just take longer to mine, giving you the same amount of EXP and the same amount of drop. It's not worth it. Don't go your way. Just follow the same route. Once you get to tier 8, that's when you can start mining these big silver nodes. And these big silver nodes are good. You can finally, in this way, you can cut out a lot of the mining of the extra iron and zinc. So, obviously, let's just say we're at Tribal Forest. You can mine this silver. You get 1 giant silver, and you get 2 right down there. And I'm pretty sure that's all the giant silvers you get to add to your inventory. I mean, they each have 4 each, and they take forever to regenerate. So I don't recommend waiting in the same server. I recommend obviously constantly switching servers once you're done with route for the maximum EXP yield. And I'm pretty sure it's just the same way through inside the cave. So we're just going to go back to bronze now and go to the underwater bear cave. So once you're back at this underwater bear cave, you can mine you could probably start with going in first. You don't really need, you can mine these last if you choose. It's really up to preference. You come down here, you probably don't mess up like me. You mine the same gold. You mine the iron, you mine the silver, you do all the same stuff. I'm just gonna cut to when it becomes different. Now, this is when it gets good because you can actually get a lot more silver now because you can now mine this and the big silver deposit. And you get 1 more silver deposit. Well, first you gotta mine this gold. Jump over here, mine that piece of gold, mine this silver, and mine that big silver deposit. Then you come and obviously finish it up as normal by swimming through, mining that piece of gold over there, coming up here, climbing up the rope, mining this silver, mining that silver, and you're almost done. If you decided to mine the outside stuff first, you'd be done, but if you didn't, you can then come over here, jump this way, mine this piece of silver over here, this chunk of silver up here, and finally this last chunk of silver. And obviously you can mine the zinc if you still need to fill up that inventory space to go sell, because once you get to tier 5, the money starts actually rolling in. And oh, I got some limestone. And yeah, that's just the addition to that. And really, that's about it. I already did tier 9 in a separate video of making the most money, so if you want to see tier 9, you're gonna have to watch my other video. Give me more views. But if, obviously, you're basically at the end of the video, so you might as well like and subscribe if you watched this far. Like, come on. Please. Please. Well, I guess I'll start discussing what my future video plans are, because you already know in my last video I said I wanted to get every single blunderbuss variant, and I am working on that. Right now I have 3 of the 5 blunderbusses. I'm not going to show you yet. I want to keep that a surprise. But instead of buying them as I originally wanted to, I did buy one. I did buy one from one of my fans who left a comment in my last video. I instead decided to grind exploration, and I'm going to be grinding exploration all the way to level 100, as I've decided. It's going to take a bit. It's probably going to take me about, I believe it'll take me about like a week or so if I do it like 4 hours a day. So, you know, I'll get it done. So yeah, I hope to get exploration done, and then I can show you the blunderbusses, whichever video comes first. It'll probably be the blunderbuss video, because I'm getting the blunderbusses relatively quickly compared to to my leveling. So yeah, in the future, I plan to make a best way to grind exploration, which isn't that bad, honestly. It makes a decent bit of XP and also a pretty good amount of money. So like and subscribe, stay tuned to that. And this was meant to just be a short intermediate video before I prepare for, you know, my more important videos to come in the next coming weeks. So anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate you if you've for some reason hearing this, and thanks.